Hi guys, good evening. I'm again back. Okay. William Wordsworth. Whenever the enchanting name comes in my mind, I am become very much captivated because of the romanticism he used in his poetries. Yes, I am talking about the William Wordsworth and S.T. Coleridge, who were the precursors of the Romantic era, 18th century England. Okay, what is the romanticism? What is romanticism? What do you mean by the term romanticism? Romanticism is not only the love matters, but also the imagination which are held by the human beings in order to transcend over the material world, to collect the great ideals and great philosophies so that they would interpret in their writings for the betterment of the society, for the betterment of the people in society. Now come back to the point. Who were William Wordsworth and S.T. Coleridge? They were the precursors, as I have already told you. Okay, they were the great romantics indeed, and the contemporaries of them were. In my previous video, I have already told you that they were the John Keats, S.T. Coleridge, John Keats, Robert Southey, Lord Byron, William Blake, etc. Okay. Now we are going through the breathtaking poem, one of my favorite poem, breathtaking poem, Daffodils by William Wordsworth. Okay. Daffodils, the golden daffodils. Daffodils are the European kind of plant bearing the yellow flower, which naturally grows at the end of the winter time, that is in the springtime, in a more marginal way. Okay. The golden daffodil signifies the hopes as springtime. As springtime is a symbol of hope, optimism, opportunities, positive aspects of life, and many more. So, William Wordsworth was not only the poet of nature but also was a priest of nature. He worshipped nature in his poetries like a goddess mother. He considered nature as his goddess mother, like a mother who nurtures or fosters a child in order to bring themselves a great personalities in their future course of life. In that way, nature mother also provides us every positive aspects of life so that we can easily progress towards our betterment of our life. Okay. So now we are going to summarize the poem Daffodils part by part, stanza by stanza. Okay. In the first stanza, the poet summarizes: one day, when he was walking on the vales on a valley, like a dangling cloud in her solitary mood, just like the solitary mood of the clouds over her head, his eyes quickly went on the golden daffodils, went through the golden daffodils, which lay beside the lake, beneath the trees, and tossed up their heads in a sprightly manner, in a ghostly manner, just like in an unsteadily manner. Okay. In the second stanza summarizes: as the stars lined up, on the Milky Way in the sky and shine over us their brightness. They spread their brightness over us like that manner. Daffodils also lined up in a never ending line, okay, in a more marginal way, okay. Never ending line means in an unlimited line. They just they did not grow up wildly, but they grew up in a more patternized way, in a more marginal way. They did not make the place dirty, but in a quite beautiful way they grew up there at that time when the poet passed away from there. And whenever the poet's eyes went over the daffodils, he thought that it would be around 10,000 daffodils he saw at a glance. It was a host of daffodils. Okay, crowds of daffodils were there, which were tossed by the winds in a sprightly dance, in a ghostly manner, in an unsteady manner, just fluttering their petals from side to side. Now that comes the third stanza. Third stanza summarizes. Beside the pools, the daffodils were there. The waves of that pool were great. Yes, indeed, were great. But the fluttering of the daffodils, the dance of the daffodils, the golden daffodils, outdid that great waves. Outdid means they just transcended over it. They just transcended over the great waves. Okay. And at that sight, whenever the poet saw that, he was speechless at that time. He could not even imagine what to say or what to think. He was greatly being amazed by seeing these daffodils, these golden daffodils, these bright and lit up daffodils over there. And the fourth stanza summarizes that. The final stanza. After returning from the dreamy part, after returning from the sight, whenever the poet sits on his couch in pensive mood, or in thoughtful mood, or in free mood, in solitary time, in lonely time, the golden daffodils often just sparkle over his mind, just got across through his mind, and reminded him the joyfulness, the cheerfulness, the happiness mood of that time of his when he was walking through that valley. Whenever he reminded that the golden daffodils, his heart also leaping and just danced like the golden daffodils. So now the poem ends. So what we get from the poem, what the moral message the poem has given to us. The poem has given to us the moral message It's not only provided us the joyousness, the joyfulness, the cheerfulness, and the happiness and the joy of the nature, but also it has a great message. The message is, Nature Mother always wants to teach us gentleness. She wants to be us a more gentle lady, a more gentle people. Humbleness, honesty, and soothing behavior. That's all. Thank you. If you like my videos, please like it, share it, and subscribe it. Okay, thank you. That's all I have today. Now we are going through a new chapter after some days. Okay, thank you. Bye. Namaste.